I really appreciate it. Everyone appreciated it. And for especially Harold for sharing his skills, her skills. I'm not actually sure. How do you want us to refer you, Harold?
It depends on you, Miss.
I'm sorry, I think I wasn't able to hear that, but thank you so much, Harold. Now, our speaker for today is ready. And so once again, let us call him back on the spotlight. Toastmaster Rafi Hilario. A round of applause, please.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And my name is Rafi. I'm a member of Toastmasters Club and Barangay Toastmasters Club in Bacolod. And I'm so happy, actually. I can sense a great, good vibes from those who spoke before me. And thank you so much, guys. I can feel the good energy here. So once again, I'm so happy to be here. And I hope you are doing you always feel the same thing here. And everybody, as your guest speaker for tonight, let me present to you first my objectives. Okay, so I will please allow me to share my presentation. And what I have heard from my friends, I have a lot of friends in Bacolod too and in Negros, and they always say that, you know, uh, some people or some students from UNO are really great. A lot of students are very brilliant and very talented. And I guess so. And I can sense that. All right, so everybody, so my talk for tonight is for this afternoon is all about active listening and asking questions. But before that, everybody, can I see how many participants do we have today, this time? More than 100 or just 80 or 90? All right. So everybody, I am your second speaker for today, a third, I guess, the third for this for the afternoon session. And we are going to talk about the active listening and asking questions. So here are the objectives that I have. First is to learn the importance of an active listening, to internalize the causes and effects of poor listening, to effectively learn how to become an effective listener, and to learn the proper ways to ask and answer the questions. So everybody, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I want to
Yeah.
hear you scream. Everybody, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready?
All right, that's the spirit, everyone. I like it. And later, I'll be going to ask someone to do the challenge, like the TikTok one. And if whoever will be the winner, who will win, will receive a G Cash. It's a surprise, I'm telling you guys. All right, so here we go. So let's start first with the communication process. So we know that we are talking about communication here, but this afternoon, I will narrow down my topic into the listening skills and answering the questions. So first, let's talk about the communication process. I know that you have already an idea what is communication all about. But friends, let's have a short refresher. Here we go. Communication skills. So we have here the listening, reading, speaking, and writing. If we do each, there is already a communication process. The communication is already happening. If we listen to somebody, there is a communication. If we try to read from the prints, there is already communication. If we try to speak and someone will listen to us, communication occurs indeed. And in writing, like just opening your Facebook, reading some articles, that is already a communication process. So here we go. We can see here some words, namely sender, message, receiver, feedback, noise. Of course, the processing of encoding and decoding. This is a communication model with the communication elements. So the words that we can see here are the communication elements. So from the sender, which means the source of information, encoding is the channel that we use, and then the content or the message. Decoding is how we can absorb or we can get the information, and receiver, it means the recipient. It refers to the recipient who will receive the message. And listening here, we can put it will take place, especially in the decoding part. And then if we receive, if we understand what is the content all about, we can have our response or the feedback. And you can see here the noise. The noise occurs anytime in different elements. So noise is a big distraction. So now let's talk about listening. First, we have here the stages of listening. So we have hearing. Oh, I need someone to read. I want the voice of, the amazing voice of, was it Harold? Harold? Sorry, who was that? Okay, it's my chance to call a name. All right, here we go. Let's call on Nico Claridad. Congratulations, Nico Claridad. Nico Claridad, are you there? Nico Claridad. Calling the attention of Mr. Nico Claridad. Oh no. Nico Claridad, are you there? Okay, how about Jessica Ledesma? Are you there? Jessica Ledesma. Are you shy or you're just not around? All right, so let's try here. Ray Cantos. Ray Cantos, are you there? Ray Cantos.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Mr. Ray Cantos, can you read the stages of listening, please?
The stages of listening: hearing, focusing on the message, interpreting, analyzing, responding, and remembering.
Very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Ray Cantos. Now let's start with the hearing. In a communication process, we hear, of course, the content, the words, the clues. And of course, if we try to focus on the message, we are trying to interpret it. We are trying to interpret the content and we analyze what is the meaning. And if there is an impact to us, we are trying to respond. Our feedback or reaction is the responding part. And into the remembering part, we remember this, they remember the content, it depends on the impact of the content to us. So we usually remember something because it has a remembrance, it can be memorable to us. So it depends on the impact of the message to us. So these are the stages of listening. Now, everybody, I would like you to try to think about this one. Can you afford to grow? Can you afford to live without understanding the communication process? Do you know that communication is the best foundation for your career, for your future? It could be your style, it could be your strategy, it could be your asset to reach your dreams. So everybody, I'm telling you, communication is very important to us. And it's gonna be your advantage if you know the process and especially its elements and of course the functions of its elements. So what will happen? What do you think will happen if we fail to understand the communication process? If we fail to understand the message? If we fail to understand what we are trying to do in life? So this time I will present to you a video. Actually, it's kind of funny, but it's meaningful in terms of communication process. So can I hear someone? Can we watch the video? Are you ready? Anybody? Can I hear the answer
Yes.
from the audience?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
please, I know, I know that you are, talks. I understand you guys. I was a student also before, but learning is fun. It depends how you cope up with the situation. Now let's have it. What will happen if we fail the communication process? Here we go. Oh, there's no sound, right? Do you hear the sound? No?
Nope.
No TM.
No
Okay, okay. I
TM.
will try to. All right, so I will do the The share screen with sound. Okay, one more time. All right, so here, share sound and share. Here we go.
Das hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Überlebensradar.
Mayday, mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Actually, it's very funny. It says something like there's a problem with the communication, with the understanding, and of course, the content. It talks about the cultural differences and the language barrier, you know, the accent problem also. So if we fail to something like this, do you think we will receive progress? Do you think we will reach the dream that we could have? Come on, let's try to think it. Think about it, and let's watch this again. In the situation, there is a German Coast Guard. You know, there's a problem with the communication, with the language, the way he interprets the words, because maybe the caller was from the other country and they have different kind of language too. So in this part, it's a communication problem actually. Let's try to watch it one more time, everybody.
Das hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Überlebensradar.
Mayday, mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Right, it was very, very funny. Okay, so now I will do the share screen again and for the PPT and everybody, here we go. Oh. All right, so where did it go? Okay, so the communication process is really important, especially understanding its elements and their functions. So everyone, let's talk directly about active listening. Do we really need to learn what this is all about? And do we really care about this? Why? Why should I? Listening is one of the most important skills that you can have to communicate successfully. Well, can you imagine a communication process without listening? I'm sure, and you will agree with me, that it's gonna be useless. So listening is one of the ways to improve the communication, especially the understanding. We can learn from something, we can learn from someone, because communication has a great power to influence, to spread the news. And is it possible, do you think, a communication without listening? Yes or no? Is it possible? Communication process? I can hear someone said no. Actually, it is still a communication process, but it's not effective and it's not a successful one. Because communication, the kind of communication, we call this a linear communication or one-way communication. Tulad ng pagmamahal niya sa'yo, na binigay mo naman lahat-lahat, ngunit wala pa rin, kulang. All right, so that's it. So communication, that one-way communication, is not something like a successful one. Communication, successful communication, there must be communication feedback, and of course, an impact to the receiver. So without listening, it's gonna be the poor communication process, no feedback, no reaction. Definitely kinda useless. Now let's move on. The importance of active listening. Here we go. We listen to obtain information. Listening is also a way of learning and obtaining information that we need. It will also lead us to clarification. It will also enhance our knowledge, develop our skills, and of course, we become knowledgeable individuals. So we listen to obtain information. Next, we listen to understand. Of course, there are some questions that we have, and that's why we need to clarify. We ask questions to be clarified or to be answered. So that's why if you don't listen well, probably you will never understand the information or the question that you have on your mind. So we listen to understand. Third, the we listen for enjoyment. And it's true, especially today, through the help of social media. We listen to music, we listen personally, we listen to our friends. We laugh together, we enjoy the moment. And even in our families at home, we talk with sincerity or just for fun, and it has a great benefit to us, and that is happiness. And I'm telling you that, most of us, actually, some of us are really, there are some problems with the generation today. I'm not referring to the people, but the culture that we have, the society that we are creating. We listen to enjoy for enjoyment, and I'm referring also to your, sikat, the sikat dito sa Pilipinas. I'm referring to Aling Marites. Do you know Aling Marites? Mare,
Yes.
what's the latest? Okay, so I'm referring to Aling Marites. So it's something like it. She talks always about recreational stories, gossips, very entertaining. But I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with your future or for the best of your life. All right, so everybody, next is we listen to learn. We listen to learn. So one of the best benefits that we can have in active listening is that we can learn. Just like in school, you go to school, we listen, we learn. We listen to grow and we listen to improve ourselves. So that is one of the best thing that we can have in active listening. Okay, so I remember actually my grandmother, she was always telling me that, she told me that, I will just try in iniligay nun that, ang bata nga gapamati sa kayuhan, halin sa tigulang, may langit nga dangtan o kadtuan. Which is really true. Because old people, they are almost done doing something, some funny stuff and ridiculous things, and they will just give focus to something that they can be a legendary. And these are all full of advice. So it's better to it's better to listen to old people, especially those who have great experience in life. It's something like sharing about the experience and something like listening to the golden rules or certain golden voices that we can absorb to improve ourselves. All right, so remember we have we listen to obtain information, learn, understand, and enjoy. Yes, I can see your name, Miss Ella May. Ella May, Ella May G. Danton? Is it Danton? Oh, nice. Miss Ella May Danton, are you there? Oh, no. All right. Okay, let's call on Lori Lee Grace Camero. Lori Lee Grace Camero, are you there?
Hello.
Yes. Can you please tell us what are the importance of active listening? Hello? Are you there? Oh, I can't hear her
I am
anymore. Okay, okay, sure. So please tell us what are the importance of active listening.
I think the importance of active listening is to maintain um your conversation
Mhm.
engaging in a positive way. Lokawon na siya.
All right, thank you. So actually the answers are here. Obtain information, learn, understand, and enjoy. But I really like your answer. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to the next subtopic, which is the causes. What are the causes of poor listening? So maybe there are some questions that we need to be clarified, and there are some questions on our head why some things like this happen, or why bad things are happening, still happening to us. Maybe poor listening has something to do with that. So friends, everybody, let's try. First, we have here the low concentration. When we say low concentration, it means that we, the listeners, someone or somebody is not paying close attention to the speaker. Low concentration. And it would lead us to a great diversion and distraction. So it means we cannot get the information accurately and the information that we need if we have the low concentration. Something like the famous line, physically present but mentally absent. So concentrate and focus to the speakers. Next slide is the lack of prioritization. What is the difference of this to the low concentration? Well, the lack of prioritization is something like we listen to somebody who is speaking, we listen to a source of information, we read it, but it is us who has the control of which information that we are going to take. We have the information selection problem because this is what just we want, so we try to listen to this. And you are only familiar with this word, so that's why you keep on thinking about this thought. No, what we should do, if ever you are not familiar with the clues or the words, do not ignore its whole meaning. Try to cope up with the real meaning or content of the communication. So do you understand, guys? So because of that, ang tanong, kapag siya ba ang aking priority, sigurado bang ako ang mapipili? Huh. Boom. Okay, next slide. Jumping to judgment. Here we have the common reason for being unappreciated is that people will easily cut out the content of the communication process because we have our own understanding and we have also our own perception, because we have different culture, we have differences in culture, in language, accent, the way we perceive our information, the information, of course, even the status in life. But sometimes, we think that this information or the content is against us or against our belief. But still, remember that communication process is gonna be successful if we try to understand the content well and we put ourselves properly to which we belong as the listeners in the communication process. So set aside the judgment and try, calm down, listen, analyze, and take your role if you are the great listener. Ang tanong, pag minahal ka ba ng buo, sa huli, di ka ba kayang isuko? So that's the judgment about communication. So try to listen, understand, and of course, open your mind for the great information that you can create. Stop judging the speaker and the communication process. Mapanakit talaga, no? Next is too many distractions. I know it's not easy to become handsome. It's not easy to become beautiful. It's not easy to become the talented person in the world. It's not easy to become the most talented because you have a lot of distractions. But in the process of communication, it doesn't require. Communication is a process, is a powerful process of humans that we can exchange ideas And focus is one of the best support that we can have, that we can apply in order for us to reach our dreams, to work for our daily endeavors, and of course, to grow and to learn. So with too many distractions, what are these? So we have here, of course, your self-thinking. Are you ready to listen? Are you willing to listen? And of course, what are the things that distracts you? Of course, your zero knowledge, your current situation, the noise, the unheard voice from your soul, from your mind, the problems. These are the distraction, even the noise of your neighbors, your dogs. So if you really want to grow, to learn, to appreciate the communication process, the content, try to listen without too many distractions. So try to focus and listen well. In order to have a successful communication, we should apply the active listening skills. Now, the question sometimes, what are the effects of poor listening? It's very common, and you might wonder about this one. First, we have here the effects of poor listening. Poor listening leads to assumption and misunderstanding. The key word here is misunderstanding, actually. Poor listening could lead us to misunderstand things because we don't have this quality of information that we receive because we didn't listen well. Poor listening could distract everything, especially your will to listen. What if that communication or that instant communication that you are listening is the vital information that you will be needing to improve your life, to grow, and to reach your dreams? And what if that was the last communication chance that you hear? But unfortunately, you didn't listen because you have the poor listening skills. And it will lead you directly to misunderstanding. So never underestimate the power of active listening. Listen well to avoid misunderstanding. Next, this lead to errors and effective decision and costly mistakes. So that's why sometimes it's hard for us to accept that we fail. We create mistakes. It's normal actually, but sometimes without knowing, we didn't see something coming. We didn't see that mistakes will happen because of the problem of the objectives too. We try to do something. We try to do something without knowing the real reason why. We only listen because we have our own objectives, but we fail sometimes if we don't listen well. So that's why, as the saying goes, if you start it wrong, you will end up it wrong. So active listening is very important to us. It can help us to correct our mistakes and to move on to reach our dreams and grow. Next, on a personal level, poor listening leads to hurt feelings and a loss of team cohesion. So everybody, in this kind of explanation, is something personal. Can you imagine you are talking most of the time? This kind of talk, this kind of information is to help others to be educated, to educate them, to share knowledge, for them to grow and to be somebody. But unfortunately, with the poor listening skills or not listening at all, you know, it's kind of a big slap, malaking sampal to the speaker that, every speaker, they prepare too. It's the opportunity cost because the speaker shouldn't be here because he's going to do something. It means if someone is talking, if someone is speaking in front of you, you should listen well. You should value the time because the speaker itself is also wasting his time, his life. It's not gonna be wasted because it's gonna be okay and it's gonna be fruitful if you listen to it. But if you don't, then this statement, poor listening leads to hurt feelings. So that's it. If you don't listen to someone, especially it's for your good, The intention of the speaker to make you good, to make you to grow, to learn. If you don't listen, it's gonna be a painful one. It's a big slap to the speaker. Next, this deteriorates trust and weakens communication even further. So actually, the problem here is some people will not trust you anymore. If there's a problem with the communication process, especially to the listener, then there is a trust issue already. There will be a trust issue. Nobody will give you a chance next time, and you are wasting the opportunity to build a relationship, to build something with the listeners or the speakers. So remember that active listening also can help you to meet someone, to lead you to the right person that can support you to grow, to support you to reach your dreams, and of course, to support you to live with the productive environment that you have. And of course, we have here the how to become an active listener, becoming an active listener. So let's go back first. So we talk about the effects of poor listening. So misunderstandings, mistakes will occur, and of course the you will hurt other people, especially the speakers, and there will be a trust issue problem, and you are just going to waste the opportunity. So everybody, please avoid doing the poor listening skills. All right, actually, to add here before I end up the poor listening skills, actually, some people, this is the reality that we have now. People will only listen if they will get something. People will listen to someone if they will get something. That is the fact. But please try to, if you really want to grow more, you really want to reach your dreams, if you really want to be somebody, if you really want to be great, consider the power of great listening and avoid or develop your skills or yourself from poor listening skills. Now let's move on. Becoming an active listener. So how? The big question is how? First, we have here, of course, this is very basic. Pay attention. Pay attention. So how do you pay attention? Of course, first, look at the speaker directly. If you look to the speaker directly, you will see how he or she talks, how the speaker will present something, and on his part, it's gonna be a good sign to continue talking, to express herself or herself, and of course, to spread the information that he wants to. So pay attention, look at the speakers directly, but do not do the eye-to-eye contact for a long time. It's gonna be another meaning. You will misinterpret. Okay. Can we just talk after the meeting? Your looks, the way you look at me, just another meaning. Okay, so not like that. And then another one is that put aside distracting thoughts. Oh, this is the problem, especially if you are a student. I know love life problem, financial problem. I've been through with that when I was in college. I'm telling you. But please make sure that if you enter the classroom, or if you enter a room where there's someone who's speaking, especially if you need that information you need to learn, please avoid the distraction. Refresh your mind. You can only climb mountains well if you have light baggages. So unload yourself in order to reach your goals in life. Then don't mentally prepare a rebuttal. So pay attention to the speaker. When we say don't mentally prepare a rebuttal, don't be against the thought of the speaker. Don't be against to the speaker himself or herself. Never do that, because in the process of communication, who is talking, he or she deserves a time to present, and we should listen to it. And that's our rule as listeners. We should pay attention. Next, Here we go. Show that you are listening. So how to show that we are listening? With eye-to-eye contact? That's enough. Do you think is that enough? No, it's not. In a conversation, if you are really listening, there's an instant gesture that you can have, just like nodding your head. So along the conversation, you can nod your head, uh-huh. You can have these words, yes, yes, I know that. Oh, I agree. That's right. I think you are right. You can do that. It means that you can also give a support to the speaker to express himself, to say something more, to develop good communication process with you. So nod occasionally, smile, and use other facial expression. Make sure that your posture is also open and interested. If your face is frowning, do you think the speaker will say something good? Of course, it's gonna be intimidating. If you are doing the cross hand gesture, it has a meaning to the speakers. You don't want to listen to him. So remember, nod occasionally, smile, and use other facial expression. Make sure that your posture is open and interested because it can encourage the speaker to continue with the small verbal comments also like yes and uh-huh. All right. Next, we have here the provide feedback. Oh, feedback. Do you think feedback is important? Can I hear the answers from the audience? Do you think feedback is important? Yes, feedback is important. Why? Because this is also somehow the measurement or the parameter of a successful communication. So just like here, I'm asking for a response, and some people responded or replied to me, yes, 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 and I can see that there are some people still listening. So providing a feedback actually is a sign how effective the communication process is. So the paraphrase also can, you can give feedback to your speaker like, oh, sounds like you're saying, and also like, oh, what do you mean by that? Are you saying like, are you saying like this? So with this kind of expression, giving back to the speaker is a good feedback that he needs because if we just listen without interaction, without feedback, I don't know if you can really consider it as a good communication process. Remember that feedback is also a parameter to know how successful the communication process is. So don't forget to feedback. Kaya yung iba, nakikita na lang nating umiiyak kapag iniwan dahil walang closure. Closure is a feedback. Huwag kang ghost. Okay, so next. Ay, nako, talaga buhay. Oh. Next. Close your eyes. All right, so deferred judgment. Ano ba ito? About ba ito kay Aling Marites? Masyadong judgmental? No, it's not. Still, we are talking about the communication process, specifically the listening skills. Here we go, everybody. Deferred judgments means that you have your own judgment to the speaker and to the content. So you can interrupt the speaker, just like, excuse me, while the speaker is talking in the middle of his speech, you're going to have this reaction, or you can ask question directly. So that is interrupting. So we should avoid this one because you are just wasting the time. And of course, it frustrates the speaker and it limits the full understanding of the message. So remember this one. If someone is talking, and especially this is very formal, like a speech or talk or an explanation, please try to listen first. Do not interrupt. Do not ask questions in the middle of the speech because it will affect something, and the worst thing that could happen, it can cause a commotion. So please avoid interruption and try to ask question after his part. So please do not interrupt, just listen first and have yourself a chance to talk after his part. So defer judgment. Next. Actually, this is the last one here. Let's talk about the respond appropriately. Respond appropriately. So how do you respond? Of course, if you understand the question, if you understand the content of the message, you can respond by, oh, now I know, or you just keep it all by yourself. But if you respond to the speaker, your simple smile and your simple thank you means a lot to them. It means a lot to a speaker. So it shows also great understanding and it can establish good relationship ahead. So that is the power of active listening. So everybody, I will just uh, summarize with you the becoming an active listener. First, we have here, pay attention, show that you're listening, provide feedback, defer judgment, and respond appropriately. Respond appropriately. All right, so everybody, are you still there? Hello, guys.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, very good. This time we will have a short quiz. Oh, I'm telling you, this is not an ordinary talk. We will have a short test or a quiz. But actually, this is this kind of enjoyable. All you have to do is to get a paper, a pen, or a pencil. Please get a paper, K-pop quiz. A pencil or a pen, please. Okay, I remember my college life, guys. You know, traumatic. Do not enter the classroom without a 1/4 sheet of paper, guys. You know, I experienced that. I came late and not really late, but our professor was very eager to go inside the classroom. And we just get in, then number 4, and then what? There's a quiz. Guys, papel the big guys, number 4 na guys. Then the quiz was just 1 to 10. And what will happen if you just answered in number 5? Can you imagine life being late? So that's why punctuality, we should practice that one, guys. And never get into the classroom without the 1/4 sheet of paper. At least it can survive. All right, so everybody, do you have the paper now? Everybody, can I see your raising hands or somebody say, just say it? Paper, a pen, or a pencil, that would be fine. Now, this time, let's have a quiz. Let's check your active listening skills. This is kind of different because it's, you know, it's a video that we use this in our class. I will play this video and, you know, it's just the numbers, cell phone numbers, just like in US. You are going to hear this one and you are going to write it down. Later, we are going to check if you are right or wrong. So please listen carefully. I know it's English, but this kind of person it actually has a little accent. But I know that we Filipinos are great English speakers, one of the best speakers in the world. Believe we have the bloodline of Marites. I'm telling you. All right, guys, are you ready? Yes. All right. So here we go. How I wish that we can open the videos, the camera, so that I can see other people, you know, other. All right, Mari, ready, guys? Here we go. Please get the paper and write numbers 1 to 5 first. Okay, this is Melinda, my co-worker from UK. Here we go, guys. Oh, do I have the share screen? Okay, so ready. All right, share screen with sound. Okay, guys, here we go. I know you're excited. And please, if you are going to check your answer later, please be honest. Please be honest, okay? Wag kang -10 sa langit, ah. All right, so here we go, guys. I encourage everyone, please try to test your listening skills. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Melinda, and in this video, you're going to hear 10 phone numbers. Your job is to listen and write the phone numbers down. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1, 3468182. Number 2.
All right, do you get it? This is how it goes. Melinda will say the numbers just once, the phone numbers just once, and you are going to listen to it and write it down. So I will give you a chance once again. Number one, listen carefully.
Number 1, 346 8182. Number 2, 332 9872. Number 3, 411 6638. Number 4, 714 5255. Number 5, 688 9723. Let's check those answers. Number
Okay,
1, 6.
guys, please be honest, okay? You're not going to fool yourself. We're not going to check your answers actually. Just be honest to yourself and try to evaluate yourself in listening skills. Actually, this is not the only the parameter that we're going to check, but let's try because this is the basic in normal communication. So everybody be honest, okay? Here we go.
8182. Number 2, 3329872. Number 3, 411 6638. Number 4, 714 5255. Number 5, 688 9723.
All right, so everybody who got the correct answers, come on, don't be shy, be honest. Oh, wow, amazing. Congratulations, guys. I really appreciate that and good job. You have the better future in call center and international communication. Wow, amazing. Actually, to be honest, when I first tried to do this one, I only got 3 correct answers because I was confused of the double, triple, one, double one, right? But good job. For those who have mistakes, don't worry, guys. That's normal. Sometimes kailangan natin, magkakaroon ng mga pagkakamali sa buhay para, para magkakaroon tayo ng pagkataon na maituwid ito. But now it's not too late, guys. We will have the next round, the 6 to 10. 6 to 10. Are you ready? Okay, so here we go. Again, sa gustong bumawi, let's try. Number 6 to 10. Here we go.
Okay, are you ready for the next 5 numbers? Number 6, 529 3288. Number 7, 617 4321. Number 8, 966 8175. Number 9, 555 6238. Number 10, 324 2232. Let's check. Number 6, 529 3288. Number 7, 617 4321. Number 8, 9668 175. Number 9, 555 6238. Number 10, 3242 232. How did you go?
TM Rafi, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. How does it go? So, my friend Karen from USA, Aling Marita's best friend. Now, who got the perfect 5 again? Who got the perfect 5? Wow! Hindi tayo nagkamali. R is the best talaga. Oh, wow. Congratulations to those who got perfect scores this time. Very good, guys. So actually, it's a test for IELTS also, a short quiz for our students. And nakayanan nyo, you can go abroad. Congratulations, you have your passport. Okay, so everybody, so that's what we have for the first part of this afternoon's talk. The communication process, We talk about it, active listenings, importance of active listenings, and of course, the causes and effects of listening, poor listening, and of course, how to become an active listener. So for this part, everybody, we are going to take our break. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you will listen more to our next topic later after a few minutes. So Toastmaster Ether, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rafi. A big round of applause for him, everyone. Hopefully, we learned the stages of listening, how to listen effectively, and remember, of course, the importance of active listening. As he said, communication can really give us an advantage if we fully use it to its potential and enhance our skills. To check, so if everyone is here with us, please show the heart emoji or heart reaction if you learned something from TM Rafi. So let's see in the gallery. I see a lot of heart reactions. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for participating and for reacting. Okay, great. Thank you. It seems like everyone did actually listen effectively to TM Rafi and to my instructions earlier. And I know that the wait has been long to those who have been waiting to go to the comfort room or something. So now let us have our 15-minute break. Please be back by 3 p.m. or 3 in the afternoon because we will have our workshop immediately. If you have any questions, please do keep them in your notes and ask them later when we will have our question and answer portion. So thank you so much. Once again, please be back on or before 3 p.m. Have your break, everyone. Thank you.